and good day, Welcome to the Super Good Camping Podcast. My name is Pamela.
I'm Tim.
And we are from supergoodcamping.com. We're here because we're on a mission to inspire other people to get outside and enjoy camping adventures such as we have as a family. Today's guests are the creators and organizers of an amazing outdoor adventure expo here in Southern Ontario. We had the pleasure of attending the inaugural event earlier this year and are really looking forward to the upcoming second annual gathering of like-minded folks in 2026. Please welcome back Jason and Bretton from the Hamilton Adventure Expo. Yay, welcome.
Hi, guys.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Hey,
Having us back.
Yeah.
Tell us, well, for anyone that didn't listen to their first episode, go back and listen to the first episode.
Yes.
But just give us like the little quick short version of like how this came to be.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so this is our second year, season 2. We're super excited of the Hamilton Adventure Expo. Last year, in 2025, it all came about over just some morning coffee. Jason and myself have gone to quite a few trade shows and festivals, and we wanted to create something unique to the area that had more of like a outdoor community festival vibe.
Yeah, more of like a grassroots vibe, like getting local businesses together, as local as we can get them, speakers who inspire people to get outside, so whether, YouTube celebrities or podcasters or filmmakers, people that inspired us to get outside. We wanted to kind of bring them all together and make like a big, festival. Like last year was a one-day event. It was kind of a proof of concept for us just to make sure that we weren't, going down the wrong path, but it was a wild success. So this year we're back for season 2 over the course of 2 days. Technically 3 days if you count the film festival that we're putting on the Friday night. Yeah, so it's a community-based event.
For sure.
So we'll get into the meat of the Adventure Expo, but tell me about the film fest, because I think that's a really cool thing.
Yeah, so that's a new addition for this year. It's super exciting. Like most of our speakers, if not all of them, are either content creators or filmmakers, or they've like starred in documentaries themselves. So we're like, why don't we give them an opportunity to get this on a big screen in front of an audience? It's quite intimate. It's like 350 seats at the theater, but they're already doing it. And we thought this would be a great way to tie the whole weekend together. And everyone's really excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, a lot of people, what we found from just chatting with people at the expo last year, either at the first, the foyer, walking in, asking people where they're from, or just walking around the venue and talking to folks. A lot of people came from far away and they were spending the weekend just for that one day. So Brett and I were talking, we're like, how do we kind of make it worth somebody's while? Like if they're coming all the way, like we talked to the first people that came through the door, they were super early and they had driven all the way from Quebec overnight to show up. And we're like, how do we?
So cool.
Yeah, so cool. So how do we make this really worth their while? If someone's coming from far, if they're coming in on a Friday, they got something to do Friday night, and then 2 slammed days of exposition taking place at the show. That's kind of what started the idea of us doing the Friday night show. Mm-hmm. And it was just natural. Like a lot of the speakers that we are bringing on over the course of the weekend, they're filmmakers themselves. So it was a natural kind of pivot to add that piece on.
I think I'll get people really excited too, especially if you don't necessarily know one of the speakers. Maybe you'll catch their film on Friday and then you'll be like, wow, I can't wait to see them speak on Saturday or Sunday. So it's a nice way to just, like I said, tie it all together.
Cool. Well, who are some of the folks that are putting their films in?
Okay, so we've got Nerves with Joe Robina. We're really excited about that. The actual filmmaker is going to be there as well. Marty Morissette is showcasing a film. We've got Evan LaFive. We've got Steve from Saluk. We have 9 films. There's quite a few, so I'm not going to get them all, but Kylan Marone's going to be doing one. We're trying to really do like a diverse...
kind of a mix
of activities, like outdoor activities. So there's kind of something for everybody. And then you also have a chance to like meet the creators, meet the stars, short Q&As, all that kind of stuff.
And it's being sponsored by one of our vendors this year, Canoe North Adventures, and they're going to be showcasing a short film as well. So we're excited about that. We're glad to have them on board.
Cool.
Yes, you're going to be red carpet.
Red carpet, that'd be cool. It's already just such a stunning venue. It's an Art Deco theater in Westdale.
Really, really nice.
Really cool theater.
So.
It's got that like really community theater vibe to it. So I don't know if it's necessary, but maybe we'll get one.
I think the carpets are red. Maybe I'm wrong.
They might be red.
Yeah, they
already.
might be red. I can't remember. But it's going to feel that way. Like for us, all these folks that are going to be speaking at the show, let alone the folks that are both speaking and showcasing a film, they're all celebrities for sure. They're celebrities to us and maybe to someone who's, in a niche outdoor kind of activity stream. If they haven't, been introduced to some of these, celebs, they will be, right? They'll, get a ticket to the movie, get a ticket to the film fest, and then be introduced, to if you know Joe, then maybe you'll be introduced to Marty, right? Or if you know Marty, maybe you'll be introduced to Joe. So that's our hope, that people are able to kind of expand, who they're interested in, or maybe they'll kind of go down that road themselves once they view a film, and then be excited to see them over the course of the weekend at the expo.
Yeah.
Well, that's been the joy of the podcast for us. Part of it is meeting.
That's why. Okay, this is why I personally started the expo in the first place, because it was an excuse to meet all the celebs I love, and then before you know it, you're just emailing them.
It's
so
like, hey, weird. It is so weird. We've been learning from for years, and then they're just like in my inbox. And I'm like, what?
It's bizarre.
Yeah, it's very cool to show up at things like the Hamilton Adventure Expo and get a giant hug from Dennis Rogers or whatever. Like you're walking around like, hey, right?
Yeah, it's super. It's really cool. Like for me, I don't care about like, I don't know, Kim Kardashian or something. Like these are my celebrities. Yeah. So
right.
Very cool.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Never watched them.
No, we feel so honored. Yeah, we feel so honored to have these rock stars coming out for the expo. I mean, this was like a small little idea that the two of us, came up with, and we're hoping that it was gonna, work out. And now we've got truly rock stars showing up and participating. So we're super excited, and we're very, very excited about the vendors as well. We have a stellar lineup of vendors, which I couldn't even begin to start naming off yet.
No, don't ask us.
So check our website. But we have so many great makers. Local companies, people that make things, with their hands, products that are made here, services that are going to take you to some far-flung away places, or services that could introduce you to what's exciting just in your own backyard, right? So it kind of runs the gamut of experiences and products, and so we're very, very excited about everyone who's come on board so far.
Yeah, well, so when I have been through especially every time it updates, but I've been through the websites, checked out all the vendors, all the speakers and stuff, and that was it. Gambit was the word that came to my mind as well. It's like, oh, this covers everything. Like even the tiny little niche pockets of outdoor adventures. Like I think it's awesome.
Yeah, you want to paddle a local river? We've got somebody for that. You want to get on a float plane and go somewhere extremely far flung? We've got that. Yeah. So we're so glad to have this diverse group of outdoor vendors and services to have at our show. We feel super lucky.
Yeah, and they're super enthusiastic too. Like, because we've chatted with a bunch of them, and they're just like, yeah, I love doing what I do. Do you make any money at it? Nope.
Do it for the love of it.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
For people that were there last year, comparatively, how big is it going to be space-wise this year?
So we've added a third building and a Winterfest component in hopes of having way more vendors. So we've nearly doubled our vendors this year. And then we also kind of wanted to spread the crowd out a little bit, give people a few more things to do throughout the day. So yeah, you can expect about double the vendors, double the speakers, and a whole outdoor winter festival component.
Yeah. So we've so for anyone who's listening who remembers from the previous show, the hall that had like the speakers, that is now all vendor space. So that will all be booths in there. And those buildings will be connected with a tunnel. So I know there was like a little bit, that's where the food trucks were and the saunas and all that stuff. There was a bit of a wind tunnel in there, and the poor folks at the MEC store were suffering. So in order to handle that, we've tunneled between those two buildings. So you'll be essentially be indoors for that whole segment of vendor space. And we've added a third building behind that building where the speakers will be. Now, in order to get there, there's about a courtyard, which is about 50 meters across and a lot more long, maybe about 100, 120 meters the other way. And we're going to put on a winter festival there. So a bunch of winter activities. Bretton can name them off, what we've got going on there.
Sure. So we have Abitibi Dog Sledding coming all the way from Timmins. You can purchase a ticket and like literally go dog sledding at the show, which is amazing. We have Coursefield Knives out there. They're doing live blacksmithing, Cody. And then we also have Esker tents coming out. They're doing live hot tent demos and hot chocolate samples. Throughout the day, we have various vendors like doing demos. Like I know Whiskey Jack Outdoor Co. is going to be doing like a sled pulling, so you can experience what that's like. Camp Kitchen and Agawa is going to be doing like a cooking collaboration, and more to come. So we have fire pits out there.
Yeah, fire pits with seating.
Trucks.
Last year, what we learned, we had the fire pits in the front, which aesthetically looked nice when coming in, but no one was really sitting around them. So this year, people will be congregating.
Like a very dedicated area for that.
Dedicated in a place where people will actually be, because they'll have to cross between to get to the buildings. So, there's no way of getting around, people being outside to get to the speakers hall. So we were just discussing like either people can, be kind of upset about having to be outside in the winter, or we can really lean into the winter aspect, let people know beforehand, come bundled up, because there's a lot of outdoor activity that's going to be taking place as well.
And it's very unique to our show. Like most shows are at big convention halls and cities, right? So who else gets the opportunity to bring in like dog sledding and fire pits and things like that? So
it's
might as well do it.
Yeah, the zoning allows for it, so we're totally going to do it. We can have open fires and all kinds of stuff. So we love it.
Well, experience an actual hot tent for those of us that haven't done winter camping.
Yeah.
I think that's a really great way to introduce people to it.
For sure. Hopefully it's the temperatures outside are going to be, appropriate to give you that experience of, the contrast of, cold outside, and you get into an Esker tent. They've got the stove ripping, and you can feel the difference. And maybe this will be for you. Maybe this will be for a lot of people, right? If they give it a shot.
Yeah, it's a very specific way of camping that is not always super accessible to people. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't say accessible a lot unless you know somebody or are willing to take the leap and buy all the gear or rent it.
From Thames Valley Outdoor.
Yeah, there you go. Promo spot. Yeah, it's not something, it's not easy to get into. So, to have a live example taking place,
yeah,
I think it'll be.
Well, and it's a mental leap as well. So you're going like, yeah, I know how to camp in the summertime and it's cool and it's nice and warm in my tent, whatever. But to be outside all the time and not know, like, am I going to be able to sleep? Am I going to be too cold at night? Is it going to be brutal? But anyway, so I think that's a really cool idea.
Yeah, well, and to be able to talk to like experts, people that do it, to go like, okay, so what's the trick with, like, it's not a big stove. How do I have to wake up every 4 hours and restock it? How does that play out? Don't worry, the cold will wake you up. You don't have to set an alarm. It'll be fine.
You wake up freezing.
Yeah.
Every time.
unless you get up, stock the hell out of it before you go to bed, and then hope to God that you wake up just before all the coals are out. So you throw another one in and then just go right back to bed.
Yeah. That's an excellent idea. I hadn't. You guys are good with the planning. I like that. We're trying to nail down all the things that would. I mean, we've said this last year on the podcast, and we've probably said this on to other folks as well when being asked, but I'll say it again. We wanted to make the show that we would go to. Whatever we think is, I'm not going to say lacking, in other experiences that we've had, but when we go somewhere, I always, and Bretton definitely always thinks, what would we love to see here? And then that's what we want to incorporate into our show. And that's why we're so open to feedback as well. We sent out a survey to everyone who participated at last year's show, asking them what they'd like to see, and we're open to feedback from guests that come to the show, what they would like to see for next year. So we're totally open. So
the food truck area is going to be a tunnel now. Are you still going to have food trucks?
Yes,
that will be in the courtyard, in the winter courtyard,
in that kind of winter.
So it's all in kind of one spot.
So all the outdoor stuff. There'll be more food trucks. Because last year, truly was a proof of concept. We weren't sure what to expect. We weren't sure how long.
Like 3 food trucks will be enough. And then the food trucks are like, we're running out of food.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's a good problem for you to have, but we need more next year.
Yeah, definitely need more.
So there'll be more food trucks out there. It'll be nice because you'll be able to get like your food and sit down around the fire and have that whole experience. So it's better to have it all in one spot, I think.
And music? Are you having music again this year?
We are. So in the one hall, we're trying to make it so every hall has a different kind of experience. So in the first hall, Merritt Hall, there's going to be a photo booth. There's going to be a kids area, and a coffee trailer, tea trailer, treats. Then in concession, the next vendor hall, we plan on doing other more winter focused activities, as well as like the campfire acoustic music sessions. So literally every room you go in, there's going to be something going on.
All right, so just saying now, we've had a chat about doing some live streaming and some podcast sort of stuff in one of the booths. You keep talking about all these cool things. I don't think I'm going to spend any time in it. So I want to wander around and check all the stuff.
Give us 30 minutes.
That's it. Fine. That's all you get.
Like if you plug him in the one with the music, it might be a better odds that he'll stay.
Yeah. A lot of the vendors are like, I gotta bring in staff this year because I want to go see whoever like speaking. So it's I think it's cool that the people that are in this community, that are the businesses in this community, are excited about the show. It's like proof that it's a cool show.
Yeah, because it's your show.
Yeah.
Right. That's what we want. It is your show. It's just the two of us running it. I mean, like there's no corporation behind us, telling us, what to do. It's just the two of us. Mm-hmm. And we're doing it obviously for ourselves, because this is the show that we'd want to go to, but we're doing it for the community. We love, the sense of community that's around this hobby, sport, activity, this culture. So we want to keep that going. And if we can be like a small little part of, throwing a log onto the fire to keep it going, then that's where we want to be.
Well, so we just did a podcast with Wanderlust Kitchen, and they're like, "Oh, do you think we should go to the show?" Yes. Yeah. It's your target market from as far as from a business perspective, but you're going to want to go and check all the stuff out. Like it is so exactly why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah. That was like a really special thing last year. Like just seeing people, I don't know, I guess it's kind of corny, but just seeing people interact and like meet for the first time and do business collaborations and all those things. It was just very it was like special to bring everybody together.
Yeah. A lot of these businesses, or these makers, creators, they all follow each other on social media. So for a lot of them, it's like a first time experience seeing one another in person.
Yeah.
And then after the show, like a lot of businesses that maybe have just met for the first time at the show, they ended up collaborating and doing business together. That was a big surprise for us. Like it's something that we had hoped for, but we didn't expect that it was going to take off the way that it did. Yeah. So we saw a lot of collabs taking place after the show from people that had met at the expo. So we were really happy about that.
Yeah, no, it is very cool because you're absolutely right. It's a bit arm's length because we all interact through social media, but then in real life you go, wow, you're taller than I thought you were. Yeah. That kind of deal, right?
Dennis, that's Dennis.
That's Dennis.
I think too, like to that point, like a lot of us love to get outdoors for our mental health and to get offline, to get unplugged, and we kind of lose a lot of that. What am I trying to say? Like we lose the human to human experience by just everything being online. So I think it's just this really cool way to connect in a really tangible way by being a part of the show or coming to the show.
Yeah.
Camping or outdoor adventures, I find it is much more enjoyable to do it with other people. I think personally, some people like solo, but more enjoyable to do it with other people. But it's kind of nice to see, all right, I see this person's stuff online. It seems like somebody that I might enjoy doing something with in person, but meeting them in person, being able to vet them and go, I think I would agree.
Yeah, you guys are really cool.
And then doing something collaboratively would be cool.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely agree.
Was there anything else that came out of the show that was kind of surprising, unexpected, kind of a pleasant surprise from last year?
I'm trying to think post-show, if anything post-show happened. I think the biggest surprise was how much demand there was for the show in the first place. I think that was the biggest surprise for us. We were just kind of taking a chance and hoping that it was going to work out. But then we started seeing, the interest was picking up online leading up to it. And then we put the tickets on sale. Now we know a little bit more about, human psychology when it comes to purchasing tickets and things like that. So at first, tickets, bumped up and people were buying, and then it just kind of stalled for a bit. And then we go, I don't know. Bretton didn't get nervous. I got nervous.
We're fine.
Yeah. She was like, we're going to be fine. And then the week before the show, like everything just
then it was like thousands.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh my God, we have to actually stop.
We have to stop ticket
selling
sales.
tickets because we're going to be in a situation at the door.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just.
I think that was the biggest surprise, was just the demand that there was for this type of experience here. So we're glad to meet the need.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I know there's a picture that comes up on our smart screen in the kitchen that Tim took of a cold January snowy day, and there's this huge line, and that was the lineup for the Hamilton Adventure Expo.
So we're mitigating that this year. So over the fact that the show is taking place over the course of 2 days, we'll spread out the crowd. We're going to have a lot more staff on hand to check people in. We've got a bunch of volunteers that are going to be joining as well. We're also going to have a separate entrance area for people that get weekend passes to kind of spread out where people enter the venue. So we're cooking up some ideas to
we know it's cold out there. Everyone's a trooper.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't saying that as negative, more just that so much interest and
but it also was a negative. We did get a lot of people bringing that up, that they had to wait in line.
We just didn't expect it, and it was honestly like everybody showed up first thing in the morning.
Yeah,
like typically a trade show or a festival, it's going to be like kind of throughout the day. But it was all at once.
Like, first thing in the morning. Everyone just wanted to be there.
Yeah. So very cool. But we're going to definitely mitigate that this year. I also have a friend of mine did a drone over the building and the parking lot. People out on the grass. I'm like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I can say personally going in, I knew that it had the right flavor for the like-minded community. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of cars in the parking lot, man. We're what?
Are we at the right show? Is this the horse show?
Get out and go, that's the lineup? Holy cramoly, man. I got to go. Thomas, you stand in line. I got to go get a shot of this. That was
that's so cool. It was very, very exciting for us. It was a bit scary, but it was very exciting to see that.
Cool. Well, and your note about your volunteers, oddly, they're all community people as well.
That's right.
Maybe not big content creators, but definitely people that weigh in on things. Or when Dennis had the Canoe Hound show, there are people that were in the chat all the time. So that's very cool.
That's I think that's where Jay came from, didn't he? Jay Byrne
and Gary
and Marty, and then of course we have all the volunteers from Ancaster Outdoors Club. And honestly, we are a very small show. We don't have any corporate backing, nor do we want it. So volunteers are so integral to making this happen. So I can't thank them enough. And they're just so sweet, and they're coming back. They're like, whenever you need us. So it's awesome.
Yeah, they were great. The people that we interacted with anyway.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Gary's one of my favorite guys.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Oh my God, and they kept their shirts too, and they love to go out to Algonquin or whatever, and they're posing in their
every once in a while we'll get a photo of them out in the woods wearing the staff shirt. And we're like, keep it going.
I love it. So.
Very cool. So we talked about who's presenting, some of the presenters at the film festival. Give us some of the presenters for speaking at the show itself.
Fred's going to bring up the list so she can rattle
I'm
them all off.
I'm prepared this time.
It's huge. I keep looking at it and then forgetting that, okay, them too. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I'm just going to read them out to you. So
Sure.
We've got Adam Schultz coming back, Joe Robinette, Kevin Callan, Kylan Marone, Tori Baird, Ken Whiting, Ray Zahab, Ben Beauchamp, Marty Morissette, and Evan LaFive.
Cool.
So it's pretty stellar.
Pretty stacked lineup.
I feel like I could talk individually about every one of them, but then we'll be here for ever.
3 days. Yeah.
But every single person on this list is someone that I would want to sit down and listen to. So, I mean,
when I caught some of them. Tim caught, I think, most of them last year, and we'd absolutely go listen to them again.
Yeah.
We've got some people coming back, and then we've got some new faces, some new names this year. So I think it's going to be stacked. It will be the type of show where, if you come on Saturday, you'll be remiss if you don't come on Sunday.
Yep.
Check it out. So it'll be that type of show.
Yes, sometimes shows like this will repeat speakers on Saturday and Sunday, but we've screwed everybody up by doing.
Sorry.
You have to go to both days if you want to see everybody.
That's terrible. That's also why you're only going to get me in the booth for 12 minutes. That's awesome. I saw Marty's name show up and I went, great, because he's a really good speaker. Like, he really knows his stuff, and you can just feel the passion coming out of him. And I've been sort of surprised to not have seen him at industry type shows like this community sort of things.
Ontario I can't explain it. Like, Marty, we love Marty because Marty got us to Saguenay. So we did the Saguenay Fjords a few years ago, and all thanks to Marty's YouTube content. And it was so good. Like, he's one of those content creators that like literally show you what site he's at and like his route, and we love that.
Yeah, he makes it super accessible. He's not cagey with the details. He tells you, what he did or even some of the problems that he had getting in or how he dealt with them. So he's a real troubleshooter and a great, documentary filmmaker.
We literally planned the exact same trip off of his video.
And we had the time of our lives.
It was amazing.
So we definitely had have him to thank for that, which is why we definitely wanted to make sure that we had him.
Yeah, and then there's Ray Zahab. He's also coming from Quebec, and this guy's a rock star. Like, if you look him up, he's unbelievable. One of the best adventurers in Canada by far.
It's an ultra distance runner. He's ran across the Sahara. There's a documentary about him on Apple TV. Yeah, he's currently somewhere.
He was in Chile he owns a charity called Impossible to Possible, where he gets youth out on these expeditions.
Yeah, Ray is perhaps one of the most inspiring human beings alive today, and we're so excited to have him because he's firing on all cylinders all the time. I don't know how he has the energy to do it. But yeah, we're really blessed to have him there.
Yeah, so I think it's really cool. Like, obviously the show has a very Ontario focus, but it's also a Canadian show. So to be able to bring people from other provinces that maybe you haven't heard of, and then to be like, holy shit, this person's incredible. Yeah. Like, it's a very unique thing to our show that we like to do.
Well, and Quebec is awesome. Lots of people have crossed over into northern Quebec to do adventures and camping, and it's beautiful.
Northern Quebec is
Quebec,
probably one of my favorite places in Canada.
Quebec is gorgeous.
Yeah, they have a boatload of wilderness too, like to get out and do that sort of stuff. So that's awesome.
All kinds of different environments as well.
Whales.
So, yeah, we got whales. We saw them.
Yeah. But yeah, like, everybody's just stellar. We're super, super excited. Again, I want to talk about them individually, but it's just going to take too long.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I would love to, but yes, we do have to be able to have time to edit this and publish it.
Yeah. And we're excited to have that kind of podcast section as well, right? Where you folks be able to take advantage of that and meet some people, either produce some content for yourselves. Helps us a lot because it helps promote the show, just like we're doing now. So thanks again for having us on here. And it's all about, building a community. So, finding other folks to take advantage of that space and kind of maybe do their own interviews. And I think that was something that we wanted to make sure that we carved out this year, is that having a community space for content creators to create their own. That was something that was important to us this year.
Yeah. Well, a biased opinion, obviously, but I think it's a great idea. Like, I think it'll turn into a lovely little sort of meeting space for the lot of us. I also think it's a wonderful thing that I can leverage the fact that you have these presenters all in one place and steal them for 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah, just bang off a bunch of killer interviews over the course of a weekend, right? Like, I think that would be
it's awesome because I reach out all the time to giant names, and sometimes I end up in a spam folder somewhere. So it's great to actually be able to get them there in person. I think that's awesome.
Well, we love the community aspect of it too, and without exception, every single person we've met, talked to, interviewed for this podcast has been just an awesome person. So we've never met someone with
that is in having like an events background, because I used to do corporate events and like concerts and things like that. These are my favorite people to deal with. Like, nobody is like. Yeah,
she's dealt with musicians. So heads up with that.
not like our lovely acoustic musicians at the show, like
No, not
like
like
bands.
that.
You know, asking me to go get them American cigarettes for their like green room, and I'm like, how? But just dealing with like really humble, like-minded people has been so easy. And yeah, I don't. Yeah, I got out of the event space because it was so jarring at times. But then getting back into it with these people has like changed my perspective. I'm like, this can be actually really fun. This is cool.
I think spending enough time in the outdoors, you know, it takes a bit of the edge off a lot of folks, takes a lot of the ego out of a lot of folks. Outside is hard. You know what I mean? Everything is hard. And that was like when I got into, you know, camping in the first place, whenever anyone I would ask me about it who didn't have experience, like, what's it like? And the first thing I would say is, everything is hard, right? Everything adds a level. You want to get somewhere, it's not easy. It's cold or it's too hot. Oh, I want to drink a water. Well, did you filter it? No. Okay, well, get at it. So everything is hard, and having people to, you know, work with to help get tasks done. I mean, that helps build that type of character. And like I said, it takes a lot of the ego out of it as well. So I feel like, you know, all the folks that are into this, you know, in this community, kind of like-minded, which is something that you brought up earlier today. You know, like-mindedness is, you know, part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's not a straight line. It's not an average everyday person sort of a thing to do. Like you make the choice. I'm sure that it happens accidentally sometimes, but you make the choice to go out there and do those things, those hard things, right? So.
Yep.
Yeah, because we were talking with director of Boss, which is a company that does outdoor adventures in Utah, I think, right? Anyways,
yes.
He was saying like some of the adventures are really hard, and people are conditioned to think everything should be comfortable and everything should be easy, and then when they get out there and then they're hungry, and it's like, you know, you're not going to die because you feel hungry. You're going to
discomfort won't kill you. Right? There are things that will kill you for sure, but discomfort won't. And I feel like putting ourselves into uncomfortable positions is just generally good for us. It makes you, you know, thankful for the comforts that do exist. It makes you a little more resilient, and like I said, it takes a lot of the ego out of you. So yeah, that's why I like doing it personally.
Yeah,
that's for sure. A lot of the same points that he made was like, yes, it gets you to realize your own resilience too. So you realize, oh, I can be hungry for a day and not eat, and I'll survive.
Yeah, good for your mental health and all the things. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I understand you guys are doing a draw for one of the tickets for the entry. Tell me all about it.
Okay, so we have partnered this year with Novacraft Canoe, and we are doing this grand door prize where you can actually win one of their Tough Stuff canoes. It's their 16-foot Prospector. So basically, if you purchase a ticket for the show, you are automatically entered. And a few days after the show, we will announce the winner. When you go purchase a ticket, there'll be more information about the canoe, but it is one of their like top of the line, beautiful canoes. And
check out our Instagram. There's a great photo of Kevin Cowan in the canoe. Yeah, so
yeah, check that out. It's an amazing prize. We wish we could win, but
we even had people. We had somebody, I don't know who they were. Somebody reach out and say that they weren't even able to come to the show, but they wanted to just buy a ticket to be entered into the draw. Like, that's how stellar of a prize this is.
That's awesome.
Sure, that's worth entering, because I mean, it's much better odds than the 649 or
that's way better odds than 649.
Are you saying my retirement plan is no good?
It's no good.
Yeah, it'd be an amazing way to kick off your canoeing season in this canoe.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
And then obviously all the conditions, you know, will be in the you know, when you purchase your ticket, just explaining like we're not going to ship this out, so hopefully you're local or you're able to pick it up if you do indeed win. And I think they can, you know, pick it up in London or pick it up in Toronto. I think that one. Yeah, so 2 locations that you can potentially pick it up, or pick it up here. I'll grab it. Someone pick it up here in Hamilton.
I'll pick it up in Toronto.
Yeah.
You're like, I won.
Yeah. Excellent. All right, so tickets go on sale on November 24th. Which is when this is airing. If you're listening to it, if you're downloading it on the first day,
get them today.
Get them today.
Right now.
Pretty sure that's what I did last year. I think I bought them on the first day.
You did.
Yeah. And just to note that like we did sell out of advance tickets last year, so we definitely encourage people to purchase them in advance. We tend to like hold some at the door for walk-ins, and then we have like a block for advance tickets. So, and your weekend pass holder, you do get like a priority access to the building, so that might incentivize you to do that as well.
Well, and make it less hassle. Sorry, weekend pass holder, is the film festival a separate ticket, and then the weekend pass
we are
for the?
doing it separately just because it's a bit of a logistical nightmare to do it as one thing, because there are so few tickets to the film festival. We do anticipate it will sell out pretty quickly, so that will be ticketed separately, and also like Westdale kind of advertises that to the community, so yeah, it's just going to be separate. But the 2 days of show, like the 24th and 25th, can be purchased at a slightly discounted rate as a weekend pass.
And they'll have their own separate entrance.
VIP entrance.
Yeah, VIP entrance. Kind of just to mitigate the the crowds and the lineups.
I wanted the lanyard in the whole 9 yards, man.
Oh, you're gonna get a
You're gonna get one. You'll get one. Yeah.
You get the backstage pass.
That's what I want. Yes.
Get access to the green room. We'll show you.
I'll be sleeping in there.
Yeah, she'll be napping in there.
We don't want the American cigarettes, though. We can do that.
Are you sure? We don't know all these American cigarettes.
Green M&Ms.
Green M&Ms.
Damn it.
Just green and like Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's good for me.
All right, that's it for us for today. Please do check out Jason and Bretton. Hamilton Adventure Expo.com is their website. You'll find all their social links on there too. And that's where you can purchase tickets on November the 24th. And that's for the January 23rd Adventure Film Festival at Westdale Theatre in Hamilton. And the January 24th, 25th at Ancaster Fairgrounds, the Hamilton Adventure Expo. We will be there, and we hope to see everybody else there. And please do reach out to us if you'd like to talk to us anytime. We are at hi@supergoodcamping.com and on all the social media. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
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 See you guys.